Hello everyone. Today is about lesson 11. We focus about the network security, and this is part for computer networks courses. So I hope after this lesson you can understand about the basics about the network security and some the concept about the cryptography or the message integrity authentication or what is IPsec or software vulnerabilities in the network. And the last one we will see is how to firewall and IDS. Actually, everything in this lesson very very overview. Uh, and if you want to learn more specific or about the network security, maybe you can focus on the more deeper the course. Yeah. Okay. First, maybe some of you want to ask a question about what is network security. So, what's the difference between the computer network and what's the relationship between the network security and the normal computer network? Okay, so about the definition. So you can see the network security happen if in our network have vulnerabilities and the hacker or some the bad boy try to exploit the vulnerabilities and try to attack and shut down the system. And somewhere the very basic security problem like in your system. Set username and password very easy and like admin and admin, so the hacker can know this kind of very default password and try to attack and access to your system and to change everything. So the network security about the official definition, network security is that kind of activity to design to protect, the usability and the integrity of the network. So over here we say the protect and the usability and the integrity, the network and data. Actually, network security is more kind of broad term related to attack and defense. Yeah, like we can have a kind of security attack and try to exploit the network system and try to bring down whole system. And before we go to the in detail, so we need to define how as a model for the network first. In this kind of lesson, I will define the partner, the objective, three objects, First is Alice, second is Bob and the witch. So the Bob and Alice is kind of friends or kind of lovers. So want to communicate in private, but the witch or the intruder may want to intercept or try to delete and add masses, or want to break this kind of romantic, romances, right? So the goal for which is very similar like attacker. They want to intercept the channel and try to manipulate the data between the sender and receiver, and try to attack and make sure this kind of two levels cannot maybe get married or something like that. So on the internet, so who can be the Alice and Bob or which? So Alice and Bob maybe can kind of web browser, or that's kind of the server, the server, or this can be the online the banking client or the system. So that's the kind of software. So besides, so Alice and Bob, maybe this can DNS server or BGP router to exchange the routing table. So Alice and Bob is a good. This is a good. So this is a good sign. About the witch, this is bad because this can be a hacker, a spy companies, or foreigner the countries want to intercept the communication between the two embassies, or maybe some bad boy, a bad girlfriend and boyfriend, and to maintain about the secure communication between the receiver and the transmitter, we need to have one of kind of encryption. It's called cryptography. So what is meaning for cryptography? Actually, cryptography they want to transfer to the the plain text. Yeah, this kind of plain text. Now this is the original message. When the sender sends this kind of the plain text to the receiver, to the Bob, Alice want to send this message to Bob, and the cryptography try to transfer that kind of original data to kind of cipher text. Or if you see this cipher text, that's kind of random the message, no random or kind of human. I mean the kind of format and human read and cannot understand what it mean. So if you see after transfer and encrypt with the with the public key, the cryptography and the plain text become the kind of the message unreadable to the most of human, not human. And if the receiver want to read this kind of message, Bob need to provide a private key, provide a key. So actually, it's a similar like Alice want to send a message to the Bob. Alice when we encrypt this kind of message in one box, and Bob want to know what its message mean. Bob need to provide a key, private key, to open that box, and after open, he can understand what's meaning. Meaning for the message. So in practice, we need to assume, we always have a kind of witch or library. We have hacker or for spy company or foreigner countries. They always try to intercept or maybe try to collect the plain text or collect the information between the sender and the receiver. And is a witch can read the cipher text and can decode and description and describe that kind of cipher text again. So that means the witch can understand what's meaning for the plain text, right? So the goal for the cryptography, that means we need to make sure the encryption, the algorithm, to encrypt the plain text to kind of cipher text. And when the witch can get this kind of information, but you she do not have a kind of the key, so the witch cannot figure out what's meaning for this cipher text. But Bob, because Bob have a private key or description key, so Bob can describe the cipher text again to become a kind of plain text, so he can know what's meaning for plain text. So that is the flow for the cryptography. So sure, if the communication between the sender and receiver over here do not have any cryptography, so of course we can know the plain text between the Alice and to the Bob. Eventually, the witch can manipulate the message and change some of the critical information. For example, in plain text, Alice say, "Hey Bob, can you help me with this homework?" So, but when the witch try to intercept this kind of message and try to manipulate and become the honey, Could you please lend me $100? Because Alice and Bob, this guy trust each other, and this guy friend. So yeah, so Bob maybe trust this guy message and try to send back the which the money she want. Yeah. In practice, a cryptography device maybe can be many kind of device, many type of device. So long time ago, cryptography device in the World War, yes, World War II. You see this guy from the Germany and this from the United States. Yeah. So this guy, very important the device because they can help to secure the communication between the commanders or some the command center over several countries. Currently, in our current life, so cryptography is similar like a kind of server or some kind of special device, like the secure smartphone or secure phone. This kind of secure the server. Yeah, this is kind of hardware. You can support the encryption, the mechanism in the physical layer and support to the upper layer. Never support very high accurate, high secure to cryptography algorithms. And if you see one of the very famous figure indicate President Obama from the United States, when he go abroad, he needs to build up one a kind of cam, yeah, a kind of or communication kit. Inside, he have one of encrypted the phone, and he can make a phone call to the every leader of the world. So this kind of more secure, yes, more secure. Sorry, I get sick. And okay, about the cryptography, we have two mechanism. First is symmetric cryptography. Symmetric cryptography is means Bob and Alice need to share the same key. You see about over here we have KS and KS, yeah. And the Bob and Alice need to share the same key. But over here we have a big problem here. We need to distribute this key. If the other have one, the clone, this kind of key, that means if you want to make sure the data is secured, you need to change the key, right? So more complicated. Some of the famous symmetric cryptography we have AES is kind of the symmetric cryptography, or we have RSA, or no, sorry, we have two fish, three trip dash. Yes, we have a trip dash. This one is symmetric. About the asymmetric, we will mention later. So the most famous is a kind of AES. Yeah, AES is a kind of symmetric cryptography algorithm, and very popular in the the secure communication or TLS, and currently is used about 128. Yeah, 128. So the AES uses that as my advantage, the encryption, the standard, and currently support about 128 bit block. And to brute force description for this algorithm required at least about 149 trillion years. Yeah, that is very quite big. So that's impossible for many description device, or attack to the encryption device. Yeah. About the public cryptography, that is the second method. to overcome some big problem in the symmetric cryptography. Like symmetric cryptography, that means require the sender and the receivers know the secret key. But this one is not good for distribution because if someone leak or the reveal one of secret key, and the other can that is a secret key become unsecured. Yeah. So we need to know one new mechanism to make sure the receiver and sender maybe have a different key but still can open or know the origin of the data. So that is the original the objective for the public keys of cryptography. That means the sender and receiver do not need to share secret key. Every the receiver and sender can hold the public encryption, and everyone can hold. But each one can hold the private destination key by the receiver. Yes, this one is make sure each one will have a different private key. Yeah, different private key. So when the Alice try to send or encrypt the data, so Alice could be cite the plain text with both the public key, or this public key can know by everyone. Yeah, and after that the ciphertext become encrypted. So the both want to open again. Both can use both the private key. Yeah, both private key, and do not need to know about at least the private key. Yeah. So here is mathematics the model for the public encryption algorithm. So you can check in the slide. So over here I made a skip. Yes, that's mean. Yes, so you can skip in more in detail because this one I think the only calculate about how the values in the modulus and calculate about the key. So due to lack of this guy presentation, so I will skip this part. Yeah, I can skip this part. Okay, after we have cryptography algorithm or the encryption the algorithm, we can support about the authentication and message integrity check. About the authentication, actually this one is very famous for the function, and you see everywhere. Like you can go to the you can go to the bank and log in your password and with your username and password, and can transfer the money to the other. That's called authentication. So the goal for the authentication, that means the sender want to the receiver want to know the sender is proof her identity. Like if Alice want to send a message to the Bob, and Bob need to know the sender is guy Alice, not the other. So that is called we can say, okay, I'm Alice, maybe say I'm Alice. So but when we have the Alice and the Bob is too far from each other, right? One is in Taiwan, the other in the United States. So we have, maybe up to 4,000 or 5,000 kilometers far away. So that's in every, the message when we go to the fiber or the wireless, the communication or satellite communication. But that means the which can intercept or can collect the data between the Alice and Bob, right? But when so in this case, that means the which can send a guy's fake message, say to the Bob, okay, I'm Alice. So that guy, Bob have no way to know this kind of the real Alice or the fake Alice. Yeah. It's similar when you go to the internet and you can fake some the other person and try to the create some fake message. Yeah, fake message. The other case maybe if Bob want Alice to prove her identity to him, maybe Alice can say, okay, I am Alice in the IP packet with the IP packet from the ICE, yeah, with source IP. Of course, like a similar, Alice want to say to the Bob, so he can Alice can insert the home address. Is similar like IP address. That's I'm Alice from from Mingsong township, Chai. So the Bob maybe can say this guy is very reliable, but it's not because the IP can be spoofed. It's called spoofing the address. Actually, IP spoofing that guy is very common in practice. So the switch and the other which when we send one packet with a spoof IP address and tell spoof, okay, I'm Alice and this is my new address when I move to Chai, something like that. And the third child, like Alice can say, okay, I'm Alice, and send her secret password to prove. So the Bob when we see after read the message, and the Bob will see, okay, this is from the Alice because the IP address and the Alice with password. That's the which. So Bob say, okay, but what is the maybe potential to fail? Over here, I think the witch can intercept and can get a message from the Bob, yeah, and try to manipulate the data or manipulate the message. So the witch can change the witch IP address, but keep the same same the Alice password and say I'm Alice. So that means the switch try to change any kind of specific data in the message and keep the other very similar, or that kind of clone attack. Yeah, clone attack. So now when the Bob try to answer, the Bob will be answer to the switch address or the switch origin of the server, not about Alice. Okay, that's wrong. That's called a replay attack. Yeah, replay attack. Yeah, replay attack. And the solution over here we can use by the public key and public key cryptography. Like you can know this is Alice. So Alice send the message and Alice to the Bob. And we encrypt with public key. Encrypt the message with public key, and the Bob will ask the Alice to send the back the public key, and this one it can to exchange because this public key we understand by or can read by anyone in the network. So after that, Bob can compute the message and can use the Bob private key, and after can the decode 2 times, so it can become a guide to private plain text message. Okay, that is for authentication and use the public private public key encryption cryptography to support. What about the message integrity? This one is very important when you post a message or you put a file to the internet, and when you download the file or you get a message, you need to make sure that kind of message has not yet been tampered with or altered by the hacker. Yeah. So this checking the message integrity, that is one of the fundamental in the computer, computer security or the network security. Okay, Bob want to send a message to the Alice. So in this kind of message, Bob need to hash or transfer use kind of public private keys algorithm and try to encrypt this kind of message, and after use the hash function and can get a kind of fixed size message digest. Yeah. So this is after we have origin of the message and use hash function, we can get about the digest. Yeah, this digest the value, and this guy called the integrity check. Integrity check. If you change any character over here, you see you change only one character, right? But you see the digest will be changed too. So this kind of mechanism can support the integrity check. And in practice, we have many hash function algorithm. We have MD4, right? We have MD5. Currently, MD5 is very popular, but now they need to extend more side bit. Yeah, because something is broken, because something they can have. If you create about many message based MD5, maybe some file can have a same hash value. So over here, I think the hash function is still very secure, like SA 512, and we have SA 512. Yeah, so this one is safe because I have a near any kind of successful attack. And in the the window, you can use this kind of command: guess file hash path. This is the original path for the file, and you can specify algorithm or MD5 or SA. Yeah, so SA, and for mask list, after that one you click and you enter that, you can see this kind of the hash value for this file. Yeah, for this file. Okay, the next part, we need to know one of the other fundamental security protocol for secure TCP connection. It's called the TLS. So TLS is a kind of abbreviation for the transport layer and security, and it's run on the port 443, and can support by most own browser. Actually, currently every web service require TLS. Actually, every service require TLS to support kind of secure transmission, because this is too important. It affects the many kind of transmission wireless or every the network communication. So this kind of need to support very high secure. So currently the TLS support about AES. Yeah, AES 128. Yeah. So in this TLS, you can support or can provide about the confidentiality or can support integrity, support authentication. Is going to CIA. Yeah, CIA can support the CIA triad. Yeah. So in practice, we have many versions, and currently the version is 1.3, specified in IPsec 8846. Yeah, 8846. So the transport layer could have some kind of difference between the the TLS 1.2 and TLS 1.3. In 1.2, if you see over here, we have when you send a message, uh, hello to the server, this guy plain text, and after server get a successful the hello, so you can reply to the client to to start the chain the key and cipher specification. And after this step, so start the server can change the apply the standard or initial the HTTP. But in the TCP, in the TLS 1.3, when you send the hello, you already include the key share, the public key, and the server after get that kind of information can extract the key and certificate, and after that we have uh, we can initialize the HTTP the session. So based on this kind of model, we can see TLS 1.3 is faster and it's more secure because we already have a key share in the message. So yes, this we have a three-step: client hello and server try to reply with a TLS with a response. And about the client, we can check certificate and generate key and initialize HTTP request. So currently the TLS support many many application, and any applications can use the API, and each of layer will be used different. For example, the application can use about the TLS for HTTP2 and can use about the QUIC. This guy from the Google. Yes, this guy from Google. Or it's called the HTTP3. Yeah, this current version. But this from the Google, yes, from Google, so you need to have copyright. And in TLS in practice, so you can check by have many method to check. You can go to the Google Ads, benchmark, and internet option, and you can click the advanced and security, and you see you can go to this guy of internet property and go to the advanced, and you can see we have several method. You can select this one or this one, but do not select the TLS 1.1 or 1.0 or SSL 3.0, okay? Because that is very high unsecured communication. About the IPsec, actually this one is a very important, but maybe you seldom see it because that kind of protocol to protect communication between the core network is create a kind of tunnel. For example, tunnel between the two BGP router. Yeah, so can create about a tunnel communication between these two routers. So the payloads can be encrypt and authenticate. So this kind of tunnel mode. So anti-data RAM is encrypt or authenticate. So I think the IPsec can support a kind of very high performance transmission. So can support a lot of data can transfer together. Yeah. So IPsec datagram, they have a specific like we have ESP or we have encrypt. Yeah, we have encrypt. This guy the original data is encrypt. So encrypt and authenticate for this guy the header. So IPsec kind of communication is more secure. Yeah, more secure, and they support in the IP packet. IP packet layer. So I think this is a kind of very high secure, yeah, very good for protect communication between the two parties far from each other. And in security, we have some problem in the wireless and the mobile network. So in this one, I only explain very quickly about the two standard, one for Wi-Fi and the second for cellular network. About Wi-Fi, so Wi-Fi, we have a Wi-Fi similar like IEEE, the 802.11. This guy, the first, have many Wi-Fi version based on this standard. We have point 11p or point 11n or an or ac. Yeah, a lot of applications. And each one will have a different about the bandwidth and maybe authentication encryption. So in practice, the mobile want to authenticate with access point, Wi-Fi access point. So I need to to send the ID. Yes, the mobile can discover about can send a kind of beacon message to the access point, and it's called broadcast the message, or maybe the access point can advertise its signal and can advertise the present and formal authentication and encryption. That's in beacon message. That's when your AP broadcast the message. So this kind of message already tell the mobile network. Okay, this is how what's the protocol I can support and what's the kind of security protocol I can do. So when the AP exchange that kind of information, device have an honest authenticate, but can know the AP, the standard or AP authentication protocol. So the mobile can initialize, initialize the connection with by can broadcast the key, yeah, can broadcast a key, and AS and the mobile start initialize the public, or can have a share the common script. For example, if AP can have a password, so some the home owner or some the lab owner can give the other student about the AP password. Yeah. So if the student enters that kind of password, so AP can allow that mobile or smartphone to enter the Wi-Fi network, right? So in this kind of model, so I think the access point and the mobile need to keep about asymmetric, because they keep the same password, right? Same the password. Actually, in this Wi-Fi, I have many mechanism in this symmetric. They can use about the WAP and WAP, or we have a WEP, yeah, AP2 or WEP2, yeah, several mechanism. So you see over here, we can see a WPA, right? WPA. So and so you can see this kind of mechanism. WPA encryption is AES, right? And we have a share pre-share the key for WPA. Maybe you can access password over here or the pin code. Yeah. So in the WPA 3, they can support about handshake. Yeah, this one I think you can check in the slide to see how it's work. About the 4G and 5G, so that is the high enterprise. This enterprise network and support a lot of mobile networks. So, I mean, The authentication and encryption in the 4G or LTE or 5G more advanced. So when the mobile go to the cellular network, the mobile need to have a SIM card, right? A SIM card, and in the SIM card they store one of pre-share the key or temporary key. Have the mobile can connect to the base station and connect to the mobility management entity or the home subscribe. However, when you want to have your smartphone connect to the Zhonghua Telecom, so you need to register your account with Zhonghua, right? To make sure you need to pay the ISP per month, maybe it's about $500, right? So here, when the arriving mobiles, we need to associate with base station and try to authenticate itself to the cellular network. This one in the SIM card, yeah, the key in the SIM card. In the SIM card, but I have over here we have different from the Wi-Fi. Yeah, we have a mobile SIM card, right? Provide global LTE and share key. And the service in the visits the network can depend on the paid or Wi-Fi may be free, or maybe the other ask you to pay a little bit money for get the password. But this one must be paid service subscription in the whole network. This one very similar the roaming. That means when you go to abroad and if you want to have a network, you need to register with Chonghua Telecom. Okay, when I go abroad, please keep the network the subscription. About the authentication workflow. So the first, the mobile, we need to connect to the base station first, and the information about pre-share the key need to go to the visiting the network and go to the home network, and the home subscribers service will have a main goal, try to authenticate and authenticate the mobile user the SIM card. Yeah. Okay, that's the kind of mechanism. And after successful, so the now from the mobile can use by share advanced secret key to access by the network. Yes, this kind of model you can check in the slide. So over here is one key point. This is SIM card. The SIM card is very important. SIM card store about the pre-share the key. Yeah, pre-share the key, and can use to log into the network. You can check it. And some difference between the 4G and the 5G. In the 4G, so MME this can help to make authentication decision. But in 5G, so home network will provide authentication decision. Yeah. And in 4G, we have a SIM card and to store kind of share in advance the key. But in 5G, the key is not shared in advance. We only have a kind of temporary the key. Yeah. Okay, the final we have software vulnerability and virus. Yeah. So actually, what is the software vulnerabilities? Software vulnerabilities is kind of the main cause to create the many security problem, and the hacker can exploit to attack the system. So software vulnerability can come from some defect like flaw, glitch, weakness in the software. Like this kind of the vulnerability can help the attacker can gain control. You see over here, this is a SQL injection. Yes, SQL injection, and because some of the coder is not good, try to validate input. So if the hacker insert this kind of the special string, so this query will be returned every data in this kind of in this kind of table includes the password, includes password. So in some window vulnerabilities, you can check in the in some forum, and you can see the window vulnerabilities is so a lot, and you can check the CV from the from the website. Yeah, check from the CV detail. I remember CV detail, CVE detail. So remember, you can check this kind of link, and you can search in the Google. And Nilus have a vulnerability too. Like we have buffer flow, we have a denial service, and rootkit attack. Actually, have a lot. Yeah. Linux consume about 90% for the server. So the most vulnerabilities in the Linux appear in the server side, server side. And Mac OS have vulnerabilities too. Yeah, you over here you see the SPI injection is a problem and can support about the insert the command. And we can use about nmap scan. Nmap, you can check the nmap. Nmap, that's a kind of very famous tool to support a kind of scan vulnerability, vulnerability in the system. And about the malicious software, like virus adware, we have a lot of many types. We have the ransomware, spyware, keylogger. So what's different between this kind of programs? So okay, about definition for the malware and virus, you can check in the slide. I think this one is fundamental part only define malware, that's kind of script or program, small program try to exploit a vulnerability and to to clone the multi-virus, or can support about the three capabilities. Replace itself require, or run, can replace itself, can steal the victim the data, can interrupt the victim the service, or can blackmail the victim. And here is a copy of the virus, famous virus. Actually, this virus arrived in the assembly. Yeah, this assembly, the language. Okay, so okay, this assembly, assembly language, assembly. Actually, one of thing I think you can go to this kind of the database. Yeah, you can go to the database and check the many many variant of virus. So if you master actually in this kind of code, so I think you can inherit to create the virus by yourself. So we have a three kind of hacker type. We have black hat. Okay, maybe many of you know about the black hat or hacker, right? This kind of skilled hacker and try to create a virus or the malware, try to elegant the asset to computer network and try to maybe spy, steal the data, and try to blackmail the victim. Yeah. Different from the black hat hacker, we have a white hat hacker. The hacker try to use the skill to help, maybe to explore, try to explore the system and try to figure out the weakness and the vulnerability for the system, and after that they report to help some company to fix this kind of problem. So that's called the white hat. Yeah, that is good. So this white hat hacker, that is a good hacker. Yeah, good hacker. Have one guy is a gray hat hacker. Gray hat hacker mean this guy a hack. They only try to hack the targets and look for vulnerability without the owner permission, but uh, this hacker do not want to cause create damage to the victim or steal the data, only try to want to play and try to explore some system, something like that. Yeah, actually, it's very hard to determine where is gray hat and where is black hat. Yeah, so it's better to become a white hat, yeah, to white hat hacker. Okay, the last lesson we focus about what is firewall and the IDS, and actually this one is most important for security research because this kind of the model they can support very flexible the security protection. Like a firewall, that's the kind of the software or the hardware. They can isolate between the internal the network from the larger internet. Like we can plate this one as the wall, right? It's similar like our house. Our house have a wall, so the wall can separate our house and the outside the environment, right? Try to make sure some the intruder or some the thief cannot go to the in our house, right? So the firewall is the similar to in the computer network, so can can protect internal the network from the public internet, because the public internet that's kind of untrust the environment and have another some dangerous thing like we have a virus, we have a spy, something like that. So firewall that's kind of a level to protect, yeah, to protect our internal network and can allow some of the packet to pass and block some of the other, yeah, block some of the malicious traffic. So the firewall we have can prevent denial of service, prevent illegal modification or asset network. We can only allow some authorized network to access to the to the internal, like we have VPN, right? We have VPN. So we have a type of firewall: stateful, stateful, and application gateway. Yeah. Actually, this one I think in our course, in our homework, I already post 2 videos about the firewall for stateful firewall to filter about the specific traffic defined by our requirement. Yeah. Now we have a stately, so we can filter the packet by packet. Like you can set source and destination or the port or message or the eventually this kind of a bit. Yeah. So stately packet filtering. Stately, that means we only set about fixed by our definition rules. We do not care about the flow or the next. The same flow or the session or something like that. It's called a stately. Here is some rule for the stately packet, and the stately the filter is can serve in the access lead control, asset lead or access control list, yeah, ACL or ARC, yeah, ARC. So actually, I already have one video talking about this part. So please check this video to see how we can represent the one the rule, the permit or deny. So please check that 2 video. So you can use the file setup on the firewall by yourself. Like you can use IP table, yeah, IP table. Right, one of very the default or very lightweight the firewall in the Linux or in in Ubuntu, so can support. About stateful the packet filtering different from the stately. I mean, in the stateless, we do not care about how we, the track the status for the TCP connection. We only check about the, source address, destination, protocol, source port, and destination port, flag bit. We do not care about the, the incoming and outgoing, something like that. That's a kind of what's kind of a state, what state for the TCP connection. But in TCP, in the stateful the package filter, we can attract by that kind of package for the stat or tear down. Yeah, this kind of finish uh, and determine about incoming and outgoing. Yeah, and we can set you can set up a timeout. Yes, timeout. So set up about stateful the package filtering is more you can check more tape more the column, yeah, more the column over here. You can check flat bit, you can check connection is alive or dead, yeah, something like that. You see over here we have flat bit but do not have a check connection, right? So but some limitation was firewall and the gateway. First, firewall cannot prevent a kind of IP spoofing, yeah, because router cannot know if the data come from the source or not. If router want to know, so router need to send back the feedback and wait to the source to respond, right? But what happened is the source do not respond, yeah. So IP spoofing is very hard to filter by the firewall. And the other ways is if the service is too diverse, so the create rules for the firewall become the more challenging, because you need to create a lot of different rules to satisfy the different kind of service. Yeah. And the filter often need to use all or nothing UDP. Yeah, UDP is a kind of very hard to control because don't have. I think the stately do not have stateful. Yeah, stateful do not have. And the last system is called the intrusion detection. Actually, this one is one of the most famous and currently still under research because this kind of intrusion detection very efficient, very efficient. They can support about deep package inspection. They can HTML the multi-package by the port scanning, network mapping, and deny service. Yeah, this one is a kind of depend our protection the model, and we can define the different policy or different about the learning model. So AI, AI for IDS. Actually, most famous for this one is AI. Yeah, AI. Currently, research AI based IDS. For example, we can have a CNN, right? CNN. We already have a research about this part. CNN based IDS. Or we can have a kind of a signature based IDS. Yeah, signature based IDS. And the one the famous the open source the IDS is called Snort or Suricata. Is open source. Okay, after you checked every rules for network security, so you can put in on the enterprise, like we have for smart grid. So for example, smart grid we have substation, and right. If we have communication between the substation to the one and to the remote control, so the network between the substation and to the network or to the internet and to the remote center, we protect by IPsec, and we have a firewall to protect too. Yeah, and as the IPS and IDS try to protect communication between the internet and the remote control, because this remote control is too important. Too important. You can remote every substation or the other remote micro grid. So we need to protect very with very advanced security. Okay, I hope in this lesson we already covered about what is network security, right? And we talk about the cryptography, like AES or symmetric or asymmetric or the public key. And we talk about the message integrity, like we have a hash function, MD5 or SA 512, right? And we have TLS or end-to-end authentication. We have TLS. We have mail. We have IPsec. We have authentication for the Wi-Fi, 4G and 5G. And the final, we already mentioned about the firewall and IDS. Okay, this one lesson a little bit long, but because this is a video, I only try to record or explain some of the most important concept, and in on 1 hour and maybe a little bit more, 10 minutes. So I hope you still can get the key points. So if you have any question, you can pause to Slido and ask me. Okay, thank you everyone.